Hello and welcome to another video. Well, the last two videos I spoke about integrating shadow, about the purpose in particular, why shadow work and what is shadow work and what are actually shadows and what I mean by integrating. Well, today I have prepared a few slides because I want to talk about the process and the practice. I have put together a 5-step process and practice. That's what I use in my own practice, as well as when I guide other people through their shadow work. So here are a few points how to prepare for the practice. The first one is we need to create time and space when and where we are undisturbed, and contemplating one question at a time. It's important to not to think about the questions and to drop out of the thinking mind, allowing yourself to become still and then become aware of impulses that might emerge out of a deep silent space within. You could even write down what emerges if you want, if that feels comfortable. So what could emerge? Well, it could be memories, thoughts, images, ideas, impulses, sensations, or feelings in the body. But we go into that. So just go with it. Don't try to judge it or push it away. Just become aware of what wants to arise. Let emerge what wants to arise and let it unfold in its own time. Yeah, and relax and be open. So an overview about the process. I talked about the 5 steps that I have put together. So first of all, the first step is the most important one. We need to acknowledge that we are not at peace or upset, that something has triggered us. Yeah, that requires pausing and of course mindfulness. And with that pausing, we create a gap between our acknowledgement and what has arisen in the here and now. And what we're actually doing here, we create a disruption of reactive patterns. We want to disrupt our reactive patterns. Very important. Most people are on autopilot and they get triggered and they react instantly. We need to stop that pattern. And we do that by pausing, deep breathing, connecting to with what is, and mindfulness. So the most important part, step number 1, acknowledge what is happening in the here and now. Even acknowledging that we're falling into reactive patterns. The second step is we need to uncover the trigger. Here we pay attention to what you have seen or heard or felt or even tasted and smelled. It's based on our perception, how we perceive the world, what is perceived in the world. And we also pay attention to our thoughts that come up, to our stories, to our deep-seated beliefs. You know, that's the mind. We pay attention to the world, the mind, and the body. Shall we pay attention also to bodily sensation, to feelings, the feelings that are attached to our thoughts, and even sensations like a tight chest or something sitting in our stomach, something we can't stomach at the moment. Yeah? Uncover our perceptions, our thoughts, and our sensations and feelings. It's a matter of paying attention, being aware of what is. just looking. It's just looking, not judging, not wanting to get rid of something. It's just looking, uncovering the trigger. And out of that, we come to realize that which is aware or knows the experience of seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, thinking, sensing, and feeling. So we shift our attention then to that which is aware or knows the experience that arises at the moment. Step number 4 is then forgiving ourselves for getting lost and entangled in that experience. Because that's the human condition. We get lost, we forget who we truly are, we get lost in a sense of separation, we get lost and entangled in the experience. We need to realize that. And then finally, step number 5 is cultivating a sense of gratitude and thankfulness for those triggers and those upsets. Because really, it presents us with another opportunity to wake up from identifying with the separate and suffering self. That is shadow work. That is the process. And it needs practice. So, in a nutshell, whenever there's resistance to your perceptions, your feelings or sensations, you don't want what is, but you want what is not. The seeking, the resistance and seeking, resistance, seeking. So when there's an acknowledgement that there's resistance to perception, seeking, and feelings and sensations, we come to realize finally that it is a thought that arises and basically says, I don't like it. I don't like what is. It's a thought. But disguised. We need to pay attention. We come to realize that the resistance is just another thought or thought process. And then the next step is look for that I that doesn't like it. Now the trick here is we look, but without referring to thought. Because when I say to you, look for the I that doesn't like it, look for that one, look for that one. Most of us come up with another thought, concepts, ideas, beliefs, identifications, roles. That's not what I mean. So when you look for that one that says, I don't like it, you come to realize that that is another thought. And you come to realize that, oh, hang on a minute, I am not my thoughts. I am that which is aware of my thoughts, my feelings, my perceptions, my sensations. So it's a very deep process, step by step. So the purpose of shadow work is really in the end to come to the realization that I am unlimited, ever-present awareness. So you can practice on your own. That requires a deep surrender, a sense of vulnerability. You can do it on your own time with those suggestions I have given you here. Or I'm offering individual guidance and mentoring in individual sessions. And also live online meetings twice a month, where we try to transform shadows, conflicts, and upsets, where we also contemplate and meditate, exploring the nature of consciousness and the process of awakening. So for more information, you can go on my website, or rolfkarnert.me, scroll a bit further down where it says events, and you find some information about the online meetings. So thank you for listening. I hope that has given you some ideas how to do shadow work and about the process and the practice of shadow work. Thank you and look forward to seeing you soon.